All right, everybody, welcome back to the ADL YouTube channel for our comp here today, Englishtown. It's not the Gambler, but it's the road course, Englishtown. I'm joined, I'm Shift, and I'm joined with Vroom, as always, in the commentary booth. I will be hopping back and forth between the judges because I myself have to play a judge as well today. Vroom, how are you feeling about today's comp?
I'm feeling great. Very unique track. A lot different than the last comp we had. This one's a little more technical, especially on the decel aspect of it. But overall, I'm really excited.
I am too. This track is it's kind of easy, but it's also not the most forgiving. So it all comes down to initiation and how you set yourself up. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how the drivers fare today in today's comp. I'm going to give the viewers a quick flyby of the line today and the run. So here we initiate at the 3-2-1 lines as always. Go out to this first outside zone here to that wall. Go to the second outside zone right here, out to the third, and then out to the fourth, and then a slowdown right here going into the fifth outer zone, this inside clip here, sixth outside zone, and then a kind of a nice smooth rotation into this wall ride to across the line. And that's kind of what we're expecting the drivers to do today. We do have our first group in here right now. It looks like they're in here getting some practice in. I'm going to jump over with the judges and ask if they're ready to go. And we should be getting the comp started here rather quickly. And again, thank you guys for joining us. Shout out to our partner, PDS, Pure Drift Series. They should start getting back into their own competitions here soon. They run their comps every other week as well, just like we do. They do theirs on our off weeks though. And I believe that is it. Also, of course, our sponsors, ATDT, BDB, Kumadori, Atlanta Speedworks. But other than that, I think we're ready to go. Like I said, I'm going to jump over with the judges, make sure that they are good to go. And we're going to get them started.
Ooh.
Let me go ahead and turn the drivers' names on. There we are. All right. All right, are we ready to go, guys?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna jump back over in the commentary, and you guys, when I see the first two up to the line, I'm gonna assume that we're going.
Go ahead, I'm waiting for the live stream.
The live stream is already on. It's posted. Live stream's running.
Hold on, man.
And then
Englishtown? No.
yeah, it's posted in 80. If you look in the Discord, you go to ADL live streams up at the very top.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yep. All right. So like I said, whenever I see the first two at the line, which is Rambo and Rars, I'm gonna assume that's when we're going, and that's when I'll start commentating.
All right.
All right. Cool beans.
You're already live on the audio's on already on the live.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right, I just spoke to the judges, and we should be getting the drivers going here soon. Let's follow one of these drivers here to kind of see how the drivers are taking this course. Big flick on initiation, outside zone there, setting the car in nicely for the second outside zone. Oh, dipping a tire there, dipping tires there as well. Pretty much driving the course kind of almost exactly how we want to see the drivers take the course today, with exception to a couple tire dips, but that's pretty much what we're looking for today. All right, our first two that will be coming to the line is going to be Rars and Rambo. So whenever we see them come to the line, that will be our first group. Maybe the judges are just letting them get a couple more runs in before we start them. Well, the other judges. I keep forgetting that I'm a judge as well today. So, all right, everybody reset back to the pits. So I think that we are going underway here.
Yeah, Rambo slowly pulling up to the line here.
Yep, Rambo here, and yep, there is Rars back there as well.
Royce is going to have a heavy task today.
Yep, he is.
Against Rambo.
Yeah, he's going against the winner of the last comp. Both drivers in the S14 today. But yeah, Rars definitely has his hands full today in his very first battle against Rambo. Like we said, he won the last comp. So not quite sure what's going on, why Rambo's lined up so far back. Just waiting for this light to go. Maybe one of the drivers can't see it. Oh. I'm assuming Rars can't see the light. But here we go. Drivers are off. Rars against Rambo. Rars in the lead. Rambo in the chase. Rars going off track in the second outside zone. Rambo coming to a stop. You know, assuming that he just stopped because he knows that Rars incompleted, which is unfortunate. You know, you don't want your very first run of the competition, you know, you go off track. But that's the way it is sometimes. That's drifting, you know. I don't know if it was nerves or what it was that got to him, but you know, that's...
I'm not sure if this is his first ever comp here. I haven't seen him around, and
I believe that it is his very first comp here. Rambo is still just slowly driving around the track. I'm not sure if he's having some issues with his wheelbase or not, but
that wouldn't be good. Yeah, Rars definitely has probably one of the heaviest tasks for his first comp here. You know, going up against one of the all-time greats here.
Yeah, he had the most wins last year, and you know, he started the season off this year with a win in the elite cars. So we're back in the street cars though. This competition.
Yep, first time of the new updated pack. We're going to be running them this year.
Yeah, the street pack did get updated. That is correct. But here we go. Rambo in the lead and Rars in the chase. Rambo with a huge initiation. Lots of speed. Rambo also going off track. And that is 2 zeros from the lead cars. So I believe that we're going to have to run this one back. You know, seeing as both drivers incompleted in their lead run, just going way too far off track. It's very unfortunate. Maybe Rambo didn't want Rars to go out that way. Didn't want him to feel bad. So, Rambo disconnected. So,
Seems
not
like
quite sure what's going on there, but I'm going to hop over with the judges and see what they got to say.
All right. See if you're gonna.
All right. So it is a one more time because both drivers did the same exact thing. Rambo actually was having issues. His handbrake was stuck. So that is what was going on with Rambo. He left the server, I'm assuming, to go fix that issue. But he is going to join back in. There he is.
You go.
All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have a one more time here. Were you talking to yourself when I
I
jumped
was.
back
I was
in?
talking to the people, the lovely people watching the stream.
Oh, well, they couldn't hear you, bud. So when,
Oh,
when I disconnect from the voice chat with you, that they can no longer hear you.
well, that sucks. I was legit just talking to myself for a
You
long
were,
time.
you
For a very
were.
long time.
I'm sorry. I should have given you a heads up there. But yeah, so we got a one more time. We got Rars against Rambo again. So hopefully Rambo got his issues fixed. But here we go. Rars against Rambo for their OMT. Rars in the lead, Rambo in the chase, both in the S14. Rars looking like he had a late initiation there. But hey, he didn't go off track. He kept it on track. Rambo's sticking really close with him, not giving him any breathing room. Drone cam is being very hyperactive today. Wow, what a chase here from Rambo. But, oh, and Rars going into the wall in the last outside zone. That is going to be an incomplete for him. And Rambo just followed him right into that wall. So, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, you make it all the way to the end of the run, and then you incomplete. That sucks.
That really does, you know. Especially with such an amazing driver like Rambo. Like, he was really on his door throughout all that. He was a little shallow through that outside 5. So I would be pretty sure Rambo's pretty happy to have that one.
Yes, here we go. Rambo with a big flick on initiation again, just like last time. Kept it on track this time. Rars sucking it up really tight, close to him, and in that second outside zone, trying to stick close to him, mimicking his angle pretty well, actually. Not as much proximity as Rambo had himself, but still doing very, very good. And Rambo making it across the line to complete his run. And I think that is going to be a fairly easy call for the judges today. You know, seeing as, you know, Rars completed on his first run. But we're going to hop over with the judges just to be sure that, you know, nothing happened. Maybe they seen something we didn't. So I will be right back, and we'll get on to the second run. All right, so the first round or first battle of today goes to Rambo, you know, as we suspected, because of Rars incomplete. Unfortunate. But up next, we have our second battle of the day, which is highly boosted against Edvards here. Highly boosted, I believe this is his very first time ever competing in an ADL comp. He's around a lot, hanging out with us and driving with us and everything, but I do believe this is his very first time competing in a comp here. So very excited to see what he's able to do today as a driver in the comp.
No one ever forgets their first.
That's right. All right, and here we go. The drivers are off. Highly boosted in the lead. Edvards in the chase. Highly boosted in the S15. Edvards and the GT86. Oh, boosted, dipping a tire off track there. Edvards trying to keep it close to him. Stayed back a little bit. Oh!
Whoa!
Boosted going a little wide there. Edvards bumping into him.
Yeah, that is tough.
Drone cam going all sorts of crazy here. Trying to keep up with Edvards, but it was locked on to highly boosted there. So we're gonna have to go back and watch that one a couple of times and see exactly what happened there.
It seems like he was a little bit shallow coming out of outside 4 and just overshot outside 5. That's what it at least looked like for me. It's got a little bit offline and just threw away his run.
All right, here we go. Edvards in the lead and highly boosted in the chase. Edvards with initiation, massive angle initiation, throwing that GT86 right into that first outside zone. Doing a really good job here so far. Hitting all the zones, maybe not filling them out to completion, but still hitting all the zones. highly boosted just a little bit far back. Definitely needs to catch up there. Edvards completing his run. Really good line throughout the track. Just not as deep as he possibly could have been throughout the whole track. But either way,
what he needed to do.
Yeah, either way, he still finished his run. I'm going to hop over with the judges, and we're going to see what the call is. All right, so Edvards took the last battle there over highly boosted. Maybe it was just nerves or something that got to him, but Edvards is the winner of battle number 2 in round 1. Up next, we got Drippy against Mark Slides. Both really good drivers here. Going to be really interesting to see what they come up with.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure maybe it was nerves. I know for my first one, nerves was definitely played an issue, but it'll be interesting to see these two go at it.
It is. Here we go. Drippy in the lead. Mark Slides in the chase. Drippy with a pretty good initiation. Just going off track there. We're going to sit here and watch Mark Slides finish out his run, but Drippy, yeah, just going right off track, sending it a little too hard and not enough brake. But Mark throwing that super around really nicely, finishing out his, what was supposed to be chase run. That is
a tough one. Seems to be seeing a lot of guys going off at the same place, you know. I think the factor of if you're able to see everyone's input, see where their miles per hour is at, is really throwing everyone off. They're wanting to make sure they're absolutely perfect, just so they don't get, you know, thrown in that category. But I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but here we go. Drippy in the chase this time. Mark Slides in the lead. Oh, and Drippy sending it off track in the chase, but Mark putting the car right where he needs to be, hitting all the zones, putting down a pretty much ideal lead line here. Mark Slides is. Oh, dipped a tire there, but still overall really good lead run. Really good lead run there from Mark.
Yeah.
Pretty much ideal aside from that one little tiny tire drop. But I'm going to hop over here with the other judges, and we're going to see what the verdict is. All right, Mark Slides got that win over Drippy. Amazing lead run there from Mark. Very unfortunate for Drippy. I know this is one of his... I'm not sure if this was his first or second comp with us. I know he hasn't done very many with us. But I know he's a really good driver. You know, maybe just, you know, in the, like you said, in the driver meeting, you know, just knowing that we're watching everything like a hawk, and we have an app, you know, to monitor everything, to make sure that all the drivers are doing exactly what they need to do. You know, maybe it got to him a little bit.
Maybe. It's also been like S14s that have been doing it too. That's another thing I've noticed. I don't think like it's specifically the S14. I think it's just a funny coincidence, but like both Rambo and Ray they've all been in S14s and they've gone off at the same point. So
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is. I'd like to believe it's just nerves.
yeah,
Because I know that when it's time to compete, it really is. It really is nerve wracking knowing that not only are you going against people who have been practicing just as long as you have, but also you're going to be competing in front of everybody and whatnot. It's much different than just getting there and driving with the boys. It's a lot different than a lot of people might think. It's not as you can be robotic all day long in practice, and then come time for the comp, just completely fall apart. Forget to load your tune, something so little, just to completely throw off your comp for the whole day. And it only takes one bad run to knock you out of the comp. And I think that's the pressure that a lot of guys are under during comp day. Knowing that it only takes one mistake and they could be eliminated. And they all want the victory. That's why they're here. So, just a little bit of a tangent there I went on about.
Yeah. Everything you just said is entirely. It all makes sense. Everything. When you hit the track, everything like just closes in on you. How important everything is, and all the things like that. Because I know for my first comp it was just nerves. I wanted to win, but it was also knowing that there's a lot of good guys in this comp. A lot of guys who are like 10 times better than me. And then just the nervousness of that, just knowing that if I do get past this, who am I going to have to go up against? And it's just everything clouds your mind and you just get in a headspace where you don't need to be, it's tough for all these drivers, get under a lot of pressure.
Yeah. It's a completely different game, on comp day. There's a lot of waiting around and stuff. You're not just getting in there and loading your tune and going and getting as many doors as you possibly can. You're getting in there and you're waiting. Unless you're the first round to go, or the first battle to go, then you're just getting in there waiting. You're going in cold and everything. So there's a lot of factors that come into play, during the comp day that I think a lot of drivers don't actually take into consideration. But the more they drive, the more they learn, the more they compete, and the better they'll get at the end of the day. But our second group is coming in here now. I think they are going to go ahead and get some practice runs in here. Stoner Monk is actually in round 2. He got a bye run because of the number of drivers that showed up today was an odd number. So a couple of drivers got a bye. A handful of drivers got a bye run. So Stoner Monk actually isn't going to be competing until round 2. So he doesn't even really need to be in the server, but hey, he's in here. It is what it is.
Yeah, get a little practice,
Yeah. Exactly. So I think what we're waiting on the rest of the drivers to get in here. I think that they all might be in here already. Not positive.
While we're sitting here waiting, I'm gonna drop a little fun fact. While you were gone, and I didn't know I was talking to myself, I was going on a little tangent about how hard it was to find fun facts about New Jersey. Not like anything against New Jersey, it is just a very not interesting state, I know a lot of guys from New Jersey, and they say that it's not that awesome. But here's one little fun fact while we're sitting here. The nickname for New Jersey is actually the Garden State. I don't know how they got that. I don't know why they have it. But there you go. There's a little fun fact.
All the states have nicknames, for their state. I actually did know that New Jersey was called the Garden State. I actually used to drive a truck over the road, and I would look up various little facts about the states while I was there. So I've actually been in New Jersey a couple times, and it's not that bad. It's not a terrible place, but it's definitely not the most beautiful place in the United States. I wouldn't. It's a far stretch from the most beautiful place, but
Boys, just a quick heads up. We're moving on to 3FF and Taran. Bartek is having some issues loading in, so we're just gonna circle back to them.
btek is in the server right now.
No, Aganza is the one having issues loading in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we just,
Alrighty. Does he have the right track?
yeah, it was just stuck on loading. Since I told him to get into the server, he's been stuck on loading and it wasn't finished loading on the car.
Okay. All right. So 3FF and Taran will be up first.
Yep.
Sounds good. Thanks for the heads up, man.
All right.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to the second battle of Group B, which is 3FF, a Frenchman in his very first competition here at ADL against Taran, who's actually, fun fact, on the ADL drift team.
Represent.
Yeah, they will be going against each other here for the first battle of round 2.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not quite sure. Maybe just some, language barrier thing. Like I said, he is a Frenchman, so he probably doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Maybe
Probably
he.
just a test flash.
Well, I think he thought that when the light disappeared, that that meant it was time to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's all it was.
Yeah. And the first time we actually seen both of these cars in the comp today. Very
Yeah.
unique. Very
Yeah.
unique cars.
Yeah, the neither one of them get used that much. Still just sitting at the line, waiting. I don't think that he can see the light. But yeah, neither one of these cars are used that much. All right, he obviously can't see the light, so we're going to have to give him a countdown to the judges listening. Oh, maybe he can. Okay, all right. Just a language barrier thing. All right, well, here we go. 3FF in the lead in the 400Z against Taran in the R34. And Taran giving him a little slight bump there. I'm not quite sure whose fault that would be. We're going to have to go back in the replay and watch that to see exactly who was at fault.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough one. It looked like, I'm not 100% sure. I think 3FF was left foot braking there a little bit. I'm not sure if that would have slowed him down too much beyond the threshold where we want it, but that is definitely going to be a very heavily reviewed call there.
Yeah, there is a window of speed that you should be in for those first 3 zones. And our judges do know that speed that you're supposed to be in, and they did tell all the drivers before the competition, where exactly or which speed they should be taking through them zones. So maybe he wasn't in that speed zone, or maybe Taran just came in a little bit too hot. But it's one of them things we're gonna have to review after they battle. So here we go. They switch positions. Taran in the lead now. 3FF in the chase. Taran with a really big initiation. Woo! Almost going off track there, but held it together. 3FF making that ground back up, getting the proximity again, cutting a couple of the clips, cutting a lot of the clips to get the ground back. Maybe just doesn't have as much grip in his car, in his setup, as Taran has. But either way, they make it across the line. They both finish. And that's going to do it for their battles. I will be right back with the other judges, or I'll be right back after I go talk to the other judges about the call.
Well, that's the verdict.
All right. So after review, we're gonna have to go it to 3FF. The fault for the contact does go to Taran, unfortunately. He just came in there a little bit too hot and made contact with him, and that's what happens. So fault does go to Taran. Should have just been a little bit more on the brakes, the handbrake or the foot brake or whatever it may be. But yeah, contact does go to Taran for fault, so the win will go to 3FF. We even reviewed their speed to see if one driver was initiating faster than the other, and Taran did initiate 5 miles an hour faster than 3FF did. But they were both taking about the same amount of speed through that second outside zone. So even when Taran was in the lead, he was taking the same speed. So, excuse me. So, Taran he didn't slow down enough, and he made contact, unfortunately. And that's what happens. But here we go. We got Aganza against btek now. Btek usually in the Supra. Changed it up for this comp though and went with the 400Z.
Definitely an interesting choice. I know I prefer the 400Z over most of the cars just because of how tight it is, but...
All right, well, I'm not quite sure what's going on. There seemed to be a miscommunication on the line. I thought I noticed it before. Bob seemed to have, or btek, I'm sorry, seemed to have left or wanted to leave when the light turned green, whereas Aganza just did not. So I'm not sure if Aganza can see the light or if, some of the drivers just are unaware of how the light operates. For those of you that are watching, for the drivers that are watching, if you can hear me talk right now, you want to leave when the light turns green as the lead driver. You want to leave on green. Okay. All right. I'm not sure what's going on, but hey, they're both off. Here we go. Oh, and Aganza with a interesting initiation there, dipping a tire in the second outside zone, missing outer 4, getting into outside zone 5, completely missing the inner clip there, really shallow in outer 6, and then hitting the wall in outer 7.
Oh man.
Not quite sure what exactly is going on. Maybe he's just having some computer issues or something. I'm not quite sure. There did seem to be some miscommunication on the line there from on his end. So, like I said, not quite sure what's going on, but yeah. Interesting run to say the least.
Yeah.
But here we go. They're going to turn him around, and btek is going to be in the lead in the 400Z this time, and Aganza is going to be in the chase. Okay, so one of the drivers definitely can't see the light because the light did not go off, which means they got a countdown. But btek with a good initiation, filling out outer 1 and 2 and 3 very well. Could have been a little bit deeper in them, but hey, at least he hit them all. Aganza, though, doing a pretty good job in the chase. I would even say he's doing a better job in the chase than he did in the lead. Oh, except for that last zone there.
You cursed him on that last one.
I did curse him. That seems to be my thing. I say something, and then drivers usually either do it or do the exact opposite of it. But I'm gonna hop over with the judges, and we're gonna come up with a call, and then I will be right back to give you guys the decision. All right, we have decided, and we gave the vote to btek. He will take the victory over Aganza. And I believe that is it for Group B. So we're going to bring in Group C now. Group C consists of Spaceman, Latham, Dirty Dan, Ray Ruiz, Ronnie Slides, and Demoda. Those are going to be our next 6 to come in. And then Group D will be Deni, Murf, Turps, Silo, DJ, Squirp, and Randall. That is going to be Group D for the final of round 1, or for the finish of round 1. So up next will be Spaceman against Latham. I'm sure they're going to come in here and get a few practice laps in before we actually send them off. So I'm going to send you guys to a quick commercial break here, and we will be right back with you guys. This commercial will be the one that premieres our Pro Pack, which we will be using next week, and the pack that we used or not next week, the next comp, and is the pack that we used for the first comp of the season. But we'll be right back with you guys. Please stick around, hit that like button for us, and enjoy the commercial. right, welcome back, guys. We are going to get started. Actually had a fill-in judge, so I don't have to hop back and forth for judging anymore. So it will be me and Vroom here to give you guys company for the rest of the competition today. Seeing as hopefully his PC works for the rest of the day. But we should be getting the driver sent off soon. I believe our first battle today is going to be, yeah, Spaceman against Latham, or our first battle of this group is going to be Spaceman against Latham. So whenever they make it to the line, which they are making their way there now, we are going to get them sent off for their battle.
All right.
Right, we got them to the line. Spaceman in the FC, I believe the only driver in the FC against Latham in the 180. FC is definitely have to get an update. It does something really funky with the wheels. You'll see as soon as the drivers start going, the wheels just turn gold. Don't know why exactly, but they do. See, they turn gold whenever the drivers start moving. Super weird. Have to get that fixed. But here we go. Spaceman and Latham on their battle. Spaceman with a... I'm not quite sure what exactly happened there. Very aggressive initiation there from Spaceman and Latham. Latham was right on him, right on his door. But Spaceman doing really, really good in that lead position after you know, the second zone or so. You know, definitely did a superb job after outside too. But here we go. We're going to flip him around, and Latham will be leading this time, and Spaceman will be chasing. That is just a complete eyesore, those wheels. I definitely got to get that fixed. I like them too. I just wish they stayed the same color. But here we go. Latham with a big initiation. Oh, dipping a tire there. Dipping a tire again. Spaceman trying to stay back, knowing that he's putting tires off the track. Maybe he's expecting him to slow down just a little bit more. But Spaceman doing really, really good in the chase position, and Latham also doing really, really good. Oh, bumping the wall there in his lead. Wow.
Oh, man, that was a lot going on.
There was so much to commentate over about that. But we're going to wait to see what the judges have to say. I'm sure they are going to have to, because the drone cam was just all over the place for that run. Both those runs it was. So, we're definitely going to have to see, you know, I'm sure one of the judges is going to be leaving to really get a good decision on this call, because there was, like you said, there was a lot going on there just now. So wouldn't be surprised if this call takes them a little while. But both these cars, I love both these cars so much. Both of them are good around certain tracks. The 180, not a lot of people use it. Or the FC for that matter, but they are very, very good around certain tracks. Usually, like Tsukuba, you know, that's you know, kind of tracks like that. They're very good around, and the judges already came up with a decision, and they are going to give it to Spaceman.
Must have been that tire drop. He must have dropped 2 on that.
Yeah. One. That's what I'm gonna assume it was as well. You know, Latham just dropping a couple tires, you know, or dropping some tires, you know, in a few different parts of the track. But yeah, Spaceman got the win over Latham. And then up next is going to be Dirty Dan against Ray Ruiz for their battle in the first round today.
Both in that GTA 6 there.
Yes, yeah, they are. The GT86 actually, surprisingly, was a very good car for this track. I wasn't aware of that up until just like the day of the car. So today, I kind of slept on it. Oh, and Dirty Dan going off track there. Ray Ruiz staying on track, staying back a little bit to avoid contact from him. But Dan making his way back on track and trying to hit all the zones. Oh, right in that wall. Oh, and barely making it to the line there. Wow, what an interesting lead run there from Dan.
I saw him carrying a lot of speed through initiation, and he just didn't have enough angle to scrub it off. I knew something was probably going to go wrong.
Yeah,
And,
he did go in really hot on initiation.
man, I standed right on that one.
You did. But yeah, what I was saying was the GT86 is actually a really good car for this track, and I didn't even consider it because usually with like undulation and hills and stuff like that, kind of not your friend. So, but surprisingly, it fared really well, and it looked like that was a very late initiation there from Ray. Not quite sure. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really paying attention. He definitely dipped a tire there though, but Dan could definitely get a little bit more proximity, but he's keeping a safe distance. And both drivers seeming to hit all the zones. And oh, Dan almost over-rotating again. And that is the problem with the GT86 that I was just talking about. It definitely likes to oversteer a little bit and, you know, spin out whenever there's too many bumps or, you know, hills or whatever it may be. Usually flatter tracks is the way to go with the GT86. But, you know, surprisingly, really good car for this track. So,
yeah. Very good stuff with both drivers.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible.
Wasn't terrible. Yeah, we'll put it that way. Wasn't terrible. He did have that tire drop, but
it was definitely an even battle. You know, both of them in the same car, both taking kind of similar lines, being really aggressive on the initiation and whatnot. So, definitely really good battle. Just gotta have to wait to see what the judges say, and what their call is. Maybe one of them. Nope, none of the judges left to go review it. I think they're just reviewing it on the footage. And they gave it to Ray, so Ray will move on to round 2.
yeah, had to be that tire drop. Seen a lot of that today. A lot of tire drop by a lot of drivers.
That was something that was told to the drivers in the driver meeting. You know, no leniency on tire dips here on this track, just because it is, you know, it immediately goes to dirt. There's no rumble strips or anything of that sort, you know. If there was rumble strips, then I'm sure they would be allowed to dip a tire off track, but being as there's no rumble strips, it just goes straight to dirt afterwards. You know, that's kind of what was the deciding factor. And Ronnie dipping a tire there off track maybe could have been a result of getting a slight little bump there from Demoda, but Demoda, a really spectacular job there in the chase. Now they're going to flip him around, and Ronnie will be the chase, and Demoda will be the lead. But very good runs from both drivers there.
Oh, yeah. Like you're saying with the dirt, you know, like just one tire on that, you lose all your grip, you know, it slows you down.
Yeah, you lose all sort of momentum and traction and everything, you know. It's not a forgiving track if you dip a tire, and that's kind of why that rule was made, where, you know, we don't want you to dip a tire off track, because it's just going to throw off the chase car. But regardless, Demoda, really solid initiation for the first 3 zones, really good. But Ronnie right on him, not letting him have any breathing room, just sticking right with him, even on the short little transitions like that, just stuck right with him. Not quite matching Demoda's angle, but stayed right there with him the whole time. And what an incredible lead run there from Demoda.
Yeah.
Awesome run from Demoda.
Great runs by both drivers. Great battle. Yep, they're having a lead. Go take a look at that one.
Yes, so the judges will be giving it'll be a minute before the judges come back with a call for this one. Like he said, like Broom said, they had to leave to go review the camera footage, just because of how close it actually was. You have any more fun facts about New Jersey or Englishtown for that matter, while we wait?
Well, another fun fact. This one may be pretty known to a lot of people, but New Jersey was actually the third state to be basically inducted into the United States.
Oh,
Back in 1787.
wow. I actually did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Little fun facts.
Give you guys one more flyby of the track here while we wait on the judges to get back to us. Like we said before, you initiate right here on the third line or before. Come out to this outside zone here without dipping a tire off track. Go to the second outer zone here. No, like we said, no tire dips. Third outer zone, fourth outer zone. And then you want to have a lot of angle going into this fifth outer zone so that way you can set yourself up nicely for this nose clip here. And then also have a pretty smooth transition going to this outside zone to the last outside zone. You want to have as much angle and curve as you can going into this outside wall ride here, coming up to the line, just to have it flow nice and smooth and, you know, to give your car the least amount of trouble as possible, because this bump right here, if you go over that bump there, you will definitely be hating life. So you definitely want to take this outside line right here where the bump is not so aggressive, to set yourself up nicely for that last outside wall ride. And that is pretty much Englishtown in short. You know, it's a very fun track, very easy track if you initiate. You know, like we said before, it all comes down to initiation. If you don't initiate right on this track, it really sets you up kind of poorly for the rest of the track. But other than that, you know, it's a fairly easy track other than that. You know, aside from the little bumps at the end and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, for sure.
definitely a fun track. Shoots the street cars very well, I think. I actually came and tried this in the pro cars. Excuse me. I actually came and tried this track in the pro cars, and very hard track to get down in pro cars. It's possible, you know, and it flows really good in the pro cars if you can get it right. But it is very, very, very difficult to get right in the pro cars. I'm sure any pro cars for that matter. We got some drivers doing donuts over here in the pits while we're waiting on the judges to get back with their call. Oh, making contact with each other. And I do believe both these drivers are actually in VR. And if you have never tried Assetto in VR, I highly, highly recommend it. I actually was just able to get my VR working properly for the first time since I've actually had Assetto. And I'll tell you, the immersion is second to none. You know, for the drivers out there that are on triples and stuff like that, excuse me, for the drivers that are on triples and whatnot, you know, the immersion is great, but definitely get yourself some VR headset if possible, just because it is, like I said, the immersion is crazy. You know, feeling like you're actually in the car and everything, and being able to see exactly where you're trying to set your car up for is just awesome. You know, it's unmatched, I think. So
Yeah.
great
really
experience
like it.
overall. Oh, and the judges came back and they have given their decision to Ronnie Slides. Ronnie in the S15 will move on. Unfortunate for Demoda. Usually Demoda is one of the guys I would definitely put my money on going into a comp. He's just a robot. I'm assuming that it went Ronnie's way because of Demoda's initiation in the chase lane. He kind of sent it in a little bit too hard and threw it in, you know, maybe a little bit too hard on the brakes, and just rotated his car a little bit too much on initiation and was a little bit backwards, to be honest. So no, I'm assuming that's what the call came down to. But yeah, Ronnie took that one over Demoda, and that is going to do it for Group C. So we're going to have Group D come in. It's going to be Deni against Murf Turps, Silo against DJ, and then Josh against Randall. And they will be the final group to come in for round one, and then after that, we move on to the top 16.
All right.
Yes, sir. comp's moving along pretty nicely. Moving kind of quick. Maybe it's because we don't have a completely full bracket. We have a good amount of drivers today, but not a completely full bracket. Murf Turps choosing the C5 today for his comp. Look at that, turning on the strobes, out here repping.
Also, a lot of like easy decisions as well. I was gonna say this earlier, but demoda and Ronnie slides was like one of the like one battle where like it took a while because they were both so similar, and not just because whose fault is this one on, you know?
Yeah, it was there was very good runs from Demoda and Ronnie. You know, nothing against the other drivers or anything, but you know, when you make little mistakes here and there, it definitely makes the judging that much easier. You know, especially when contact is made. When contact is made, it's so much easier to come up with a decision because then all you gotta do is find out who was at fault. So
yeah. Definitely, judges have been having an easy day today. That's for sure.
Yes, they have definitely not had the most difficult day today judging. But hey, you know what? It could definitely be much easier. Could also be much harder as well. So, you know, I think they're doing a very good job. Master Splinter.
That is DJ.
Oh, okay. All right. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Just weekly name changes.
Yeah. You know, well, as soon as I seen him join, I assumed it was DJ, but I didn't want to say anything and, you know, possibly insult him or anything, but,
Yeah, no, he's always changing his name. It's a new one every week. I don't know why he does it. I don't know why he can just stick with DJ.
Hey, same with our boy Lester. He changes his name probably at least once every 2 to 3 weeks. He's changed his name. Like right now, his name is Pepe Le Pew. So, you know, it definitely changes very often. Guys change their names. But hey, they're just keeping it fresh and, you know, trying to, I don't know, psych everybody out or something, I guess.
I don't really know, but it's definitely fun. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing that like watching all these comps, you know, there's nothing that like makes me want to like compete more than watching these guys go at it. I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, I granted I love hosting them as well, but I also, you know, my favorite thing to do is just get in the lobby and drive with these guys whenever, you know, we have time between comps and stuff like that. Just to improve my skills myself and you know, just get doors with my boys. You know, it's a lot of fun. Randall, actually, the only one that I've seen today in the Mustang so far. Surprisingly, because the Mustang is well suited for this track. So definitely surprising to see that he's the only one in the Mustang.
Murf Turps and Dengzi breaking out the Corvettes for the first time today.
Yeah, I do think they're the first ones in the Corvette as well, you know. We also had, you know, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 5 guys get a buy run, you know. So we don't get to see exactly which car they're in yet until round 2. But you know, maybe one of them chose the C5 or the Mustang. But usually people typically go for the JDM cars. So it's usually how it goes. It looks like our first battle is underway, or they're lining up right now for the first battle. We got Deni against Murf Turps, both in the C5. And here we go. The drivers are off. Deni in the lead, Murf Turps in the chase, both in the C5. Let's see what happens here. Deni, I'm not going to say it because last time I said it, I was wrong. But it did look like he might have initiated late. But like I said, I don't want to say for sure. but murf turps all over him, not giving him any room at all. Fell back a little bit right there. Oh, and Deni going a little wide into the wall, making murf turps making contact with him, having to slow down a bunch to avoid from completely spinning out going into the wall. Let's see what...
Feeding feeling, you know, you get all the way to the last turn and then it's all over just like that.
Yeah, that's a very, very sickening feeling. It'll make you ill quick. You know, feeling like you put down a pretty good run all the way to the end just to make contact with the last wall. But here we go. We flipped him around. Murf turps in the lead and Deni in the chase. Deni with a huge... Oh, just came in a little bit too hot, making contact with Murf. I'm assuming that's what happened. Murf could have been slowing down a little bit too much, but knowing Murf, I don't think that is the case. I definitely think that Deni just came in way too hot. If you notice, he had to cut a lot of track to make his way up to Murf's door. So all we can do now is wait to see what the judges have to say, and you know, go from there. And yeah, one of the judges left to go review the replay to see if you know, Murf slowed down too much or if Deni just came in too hot.
Either way, I really do. I think I'm on your side with Deni. A little bit coming in a little too hot. Same way we had 3FF and gosh, who was it? Who was he battling?
That would be, one second, I gotta take a look at the bracket. That would be Taran.
Yeah, it's that same. It's almost that same situation, you know.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see who it goes to. Anything can happen.
I absolutely love the tire texture on this Corvette. The tires look so good on the Corvette. Usually people freak out about the wheels and stuff like that, but for some reason the tires just look so good on the Corvette.
Oh yeah. Definitely sounds good too. I'll go with that.
Yes, it does. Has a LS sound, and the Mustang with the Coyote engine sound. We tried to give them all, you know, pretty reasonable engine noises. The Mustang also with a really good tire texture as well. Running super low PSI there in the rear. All right. Hopefully the judges get to us soon. Get back with a call here soon about who is at fault. You know, like we both said, we believe that Deni was the one at fault. Just came in way too hot.
Well.
All right, and the judges have made a decision, and they have given it to Murf.
Yep.
So Murf will take it. Yes, our assumptions were correct. So Murf Turps will move on to round 2. Up next we have Silo against DJ, or should I say Master Splinter. DJ here, he upgraded his rig, his wheel, his computer, everything. He just upgraded all of it, and he said he's coming for heads this season. So we shall see. He even switched up a little bit. You know, we don't have the chaser anymore, so he can't run the chaser. But I thought for sure he would be going with the R34.
Yeah.
But he's going with the Supra. Maybe, you know, getting a direct drive wheel made him just have a different feel for cars. So we shall see. Here we go. DJ in the chase in the Supra, and Silo in the S14 in the lead. Oh, and not quite sure what happened there, but DJ sucking his way back up to Silo's door. Well, trying to. He fell back again.
Yeah, he was taking the preferred line there. The sink fell a little bit short, but he's still going to take that outside all the way he could.
Yes. Definitely could have been a little cleaner from both drivers. But hey, they both made it to the line, and that's really all we're looking for. You know, just some completed runs to give us something to judge off of. So, just happy that both drivers were able to complete their runs.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
All right, we're gonna flip him around, and DJ is gonna lead this time, and Silo is going to chase. DJ in that Supra, and Silo in the S14. And here we go. The drivers are off. Let's see what they can do this time around. And DJ initiates. Nice big fat initiation. Oh, and Silo just kind of going a little crazy on initiation, throwing it way in there, making contact with that first outer wall. And just sending his car right into the rear bumper of DJ. You know, looking like had he held it together just long enough, or had he held it together and stayed up on DJ, it looked like DJ was on his way to make a mistake.
Yeah, he did have that. It looked like he was getting a little bit too much angle. He was trying to hold on to it. I'm not sure if he spun out because of the contact or if he just over-rotated, but that is definitely going to be an interesting one. Zink really sending it in there, though. That one had me a little bit concerned there.
Yeah, he sent it in really, really hot. Yeah, I mean that's all there really is to say about it. I mean, you know, Silo just he initiated faster than anybody I think I've seen initiate today, and just didn't use enough of the brakes. Cole said he's going to retire from ADL to coach DJ. That's funny. And then Riley said, "I love you, Cole." Riley, glad to see that you tuned in with us today, bud. Sucks you can't be here competing with us, but we know you got your pro stuff going on and everything. So, but still glad to see that you're in here in the chat with us and watching the live stream. Means a lot to us, man. We were actually talking about you last night. Talk about how we're all proud of you. Doing big things. Not even drifting for a year now, sim drifting, and already working your way to the pro stuff. So very good to see, very happy.
You get the honor of being Riley #1 and not 2. Congratulations.
Yeah, you're Riley #1, not Riley #2. But they gave it to DJ, so DJ will move on to round 2. He'll make his way to the top 16. And then for our final battle of round 1 is going to be Josh Oxley against Randall Kenny. Both drivers very, very, very good. Going to be a really good battle here, I think. And just a good way to end round 1.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Josh in the R34 against Randall in the Mustang. Josh initiates. Oh, Randall all over him on initiation, just bullying him through the first outside zone. Not sure if Josh might have slowed down too much, or if Randall was just, trying to be super aggressive. Not quite positive on what happened, but I'm sure the judges will go back and review it just for safe judging. But yeah, that's sucks to see how their first run goes for the very last battle of round 1. But here we go. The drivers are off. They flipped around. Randall in the lead. Josh in the chase. Randall, big initiation in that Mustang.
Randall really filling all those zones well.
Yeah, hitting all of them. Could have filled them out a little bit more. But he definitely did hit all the zones. I think it's going to come down to what happened in the first run. Well, not think. That's definitely what's going to happen is what's going to happen, come down to what happened in the first run. And the judges are leaving to go review what exactly did happen. But while we got some time, I'm going to give a shout out again to Riley. You know, I know we were just talking about him, but if you guys want to support Riley, then go to his Instagram page and go follow him on Instagram, because he makes very, very, very good content that is Assetto Corsa based, obviously. But he makes really good edits and definitely worth watching. And he also supports the community heavily. So definitely go over there and check him out at riley.drift on Instagram. And then while you're there, while you're on Instagram, go ahead and check us out too on Instagram. I said our Drift League. You know, we don't post quite as much as the other leagues do, but we do post, try to post frequently. It just doesn't always happen that way. But
We need a social media team. We should hire Riley. That's what we
no. We could definitely use a social media team to post to Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff for sure. But you know, I care more about what's going on in the Discord and the community rather than, you know, posting on Instagram and stuff like that. You know, I try to do it as much as I can, but at the end of the day, you know, I post to the Discord a lot, and I'm interactive with the Discord community a lot, and that's really all I care about. You know, I don't care to have a big social media following on Instagram or Facebook or any of that. You know, I just trying to have a fun-loving community that, you know, loves to do comps, and that's pretty much what we have right now. So, but while we got some time waiting for the judges to get back with us for this final call of round one, go ahead and give a shout out to our partner, PDS Pure Drift Pure Drift Series. I wasn't sure if to call them a team or a series, but we'll call them a series because it is PDS after all. So like I said at the beginning of the live stream, they do competitions as well. Theirs are bi-weekly also, and they are on our off weeks, so that way we can have comps every week for the community. They are not out yet. You know, they're not running their comps back yet, but they will be soon. They're just trying to, you know, finesse the rest of their pack, get it completed, get some tracks made and stuff like that before, you know, they get back in action. But they will be up and running here shortly. So you guys be sure to tune into their Discord as well for their comps. Their Discord is actually in ADL's Discord. You can, you know, go to the ADL Discord. I believe the link is in the description. And you can go join them for their comps and everything, along with all of our sponsors. All their Discords are in our Discord as well. Since Cole is upset because Canadians always get free handouts, according to what he's saying, go ahead and follow Cole Richards as well on Instagram. It's just at Cole Richards. It might be Cole.Richards. I'm not positive, but Cole Richards, he actually just worked his way into to Formula Drift Pro Spec. So definitely go over there and show him some love, show him some support. So that way he can work his way into, you know, the actual pro series of FD. And then Flibby just jumped in chat. Flibby said, "What's poppin', boys? What's up, Flibby? Glad to see that you're in chat with us and in the live stream. That's awesome, man. Appreciate it. Glad you're still here with us. Wish you could be here, you know, driving with us and everything. But you know, I know life happens sometimes, and you know, it is what it is. But as far as the last battle concerned, Randall, I'm sorry, he got the win over Josh. So that is going to do it for round one. We're going to get started here in round two. Our first battle of round two will be Blake and Bake against Rambo. Not quite sure if we're going to send these guys right away, or if we're going to go to a commercial break. We're just going to wait to see what the judges say. I'm sure one of them will hop in here with us in a minute to tell us what's going to happen. But yeah, that is gonna, like I said, that's gonna do it for round one. we are moving on to round 2. I'm sure we're only going to have 2 groups now, Group A and Group B. Just to make the comp go by a little bit faster, we're going to have 8 drivers come in at a time instead of 5 or 6 like it was before. But let me hop over here with the other judges to see if we are going to a quick commercial break or what is happening. Oh, I think okay, he's moving himself around, putting everybody in 2 groups. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and send it to a commercial break real quick while we get everything sorted. We're gonna get everybody into 2 separate groups instead of 4 now, and then try to make the rest of the comp go on a little bit smoother here. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Like I said, hit that like button, go support everybody on Instagram, and we will be back with you guys very shortly. All right, welcome back, guys. We are getting ready to start the top 16. Drivers are just finishing up their practice, and we're going to get round 2 underway. So the first battle is going to be Blake against Rambo. It seems as though we have somebody blocking the track. Ty is blocking the track and signaling to everybody that we are starting the top 16. And here we go. We got Blake against Rambo. Blake, a longtime ADL member, just now returning though. So definitely excited to see what he can do in his very first battle back to ADL. He definitely has his work cut out for him against Rambo. Really good initiation there from Blake though. Filling out that second outside zone really well. Rambo giving a little push. Let him know that he's there. Oh, Blake's over-rotating. Oh, and resetting back to the pits. And that is an automatic 0 on Blake's end just for resetting back to the pits.
That is unfortunate.
There could have been some contact from Rambo that caused him to spin. But that is up for the judges to decide and go back and review and see what exactly happened there. But could also have been the fact that I think he might have honestly dipped a tire in the fourth outside zone, which might have caused him to, over-rotate like that. I'm not quite positive what happened, so don't quote me on anything, but just speculating here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying super deep attention. I didn't really see a tire drop, but who knows? Maybe it did happen. I don't know.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it did happen, but it could have happened. Usually, only left foot brake or dipping a tire is what causes something like that to happen. So, very unfortunate either way. But hey, here we go. They turned him around, and Rambo in the lead now, and Blake in the chase. And here we go. Drivers are off, and Rambo taking Blake to Gap City off the line. Oh, and Blake dipping a tire there. Rambo filling out these zones really well. The first 3 zones filled out really, really good. The fourth outside zone, wow, Rambo putting the car exactly where he needs to. Doing really well. Oh, and a slight over rotation there from Rambo. Going into that last outside zone.
Man.
Wow. Really, really solid lead run there from Rambo, though.
A great drive.
Definitely gonna... I think the judges are gonna have to leave the server to go find out what exactly happened.
I don't know. And Blake's already gone. I think he...
Yeah.
Probably lost.
Blake already left. I think he's under the assumption that he has already lost.
Yeah, it seems that way. Maybe they'll bring the other guys up to the start.
The judges were typing to me, and then they stopped. So maybe they're doing a little bit of reviewing to make sure that they got the right call. I don't think that Rambo made contact with Blake, but I don't think that let's go back and watch it ourselves. Oh, judges came back and they said Rambo. So Rambo got the dub. He takes the victory over Blake, and Rambo will move on to round 3.
Man.
The Great 8. Up next, we got Edvards against Mark Slides. 2 really good drivers here. Edvards and Mark. Edvards in the GT86 and Mark in the Supra. Both really evenly matched cars and both really good drivers here. Edvards, huge flick on initiation right to the outside edge of that track. Little shallow on outer 2. But he still filled out the zone nonetheless. Mark, though, right on his door, giving him no breathing room, sticking right with him mimicking his transitions almost perfectly. What a run from both drivers. Incredible. Great runs from both drivers.
Definitely.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as we close into the latter portions of this bracket, we're gonna definitely see some better battles, and this is definitely gonna be one of those.
Yes, that is for sure. You know, both these drivers, really competent drivers here. That was a super aggressive initiation from Edvards when he was leading. Same with Mark, real big initiation, super aggressive. Edvards, though, so close to Mark. I mean, bumper to bumper on transition, mimicking his transitions perfectly and putting it right on his door. Wow, what a run from Edvards. What a chase. Mark's chase was really, really, really good as well, but man, that chase from Edvards there was incredible. He was so close to him all the way around the track. Wow.
Wow, that was
talent. That was just that was incredible. That just makes me excited. That's exactly, runs like that is exactly what we do this for, and you know, it just makes me giddy seeing stuff like that. So incredible runs from both drivers, really. But that chase, wow, it was great. It was, man.
Oh, you love to see. Great stuff, man.
It is. The judges, though, they got some work to do. They definitely have their work cut out for him here for that call.
Definitely.
It's definitely not going to be an easy call to make. Both drivers are they're just robots. And, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of speechless. I don't even know what to really say, you know? I mean, it's crazy to see drivers that good in this game. You know, it just makes me wonder, like, what would they do in real life? Like, how...
Yeah.
Like, would they be able to just hop in a car and just, bam, just... You know, if it's built to drift, obviously, and just, you know, just rip it like that in real life?
That's always the question, you know, for any online racing event, is like, how would they do if they just hopped in, you know, one of those cars?
Yeah, glad to see, you know, a vast choice of cars here in the comp today. We got a Supra, a 400. We've got a couple 400s, actually. The S14, the R34, the GT86, and then Ty himself is in the Mustang. You know, top 16 is full of a bunch of different cars.
Really goes to show that not like every car is unique to each driver. You know, there's not one car that just beats out the rest.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Judges are smacking themselves in the forehead right now, trying to come up with a call for this last battle.
Yeah, definitely.
Usually when it's super close, you know, we'll just, like that at least, we'll run them one more time, but they also don't want to rob anybody of you know, their victory if it does go to them, you know, ultimately. So, but I will say this: that was two of the best leads and chases I've seen so far at this comp today. You know, I know we still got the rest of the top 16 to go and the grade 8 to go and everything, but wow, incredible runs from both those drivers. Still can't believe it. But that just goes to show that, you know, around this track, it is possible, you know, to be right on the lead driver's door. It is very, very possible.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of the judges leave, so, you know, I think they're just reviewing off the live stream right now. But,
I would assume on proximity mostly, just with each chase. You know, I didn't really see anything wrong on either driver's part for the lead run. So really just, I guess, just checking proximity. That's what I would do personally.
yeah, You know, it comes down to proximity and then also line. You know, if because they're both their proximities were so close, and they both mimic the transitions, you know, perfectly, well, nearly perfectly. And just comes down to, like you said, proximity. But when proximity is that close between the two drivers, it really ultimately at the end of the day it comes down to the line, and who had the better line, you know, going in, you know, to the clips and leaving the clips and everything. And judges actually said OMT, which is a little surprising to me. I thought there was definitely going to be a winner there, but hey, I will gladly watch these runs again. I mean, I'm not complaining about that at all. So but here we go. We got Edvards up to the line again, and Mark Slides coming up to the line again for their OMT.
Let's get it.
All right, here we go. The drivers are off for their OMT. We got Edvards in the lead and Mark Slides in the chase. Huge flick from Edvards there into the first outer zone, going into the second outer zone, but Mark Slides right there with him, mimicked his initiation. He's sticking right close with him. Oh, got a little aggressive there on that transition, but he held it together. Wow. Wow.
That's all you can really say, man. There's like, it's phenomenal how good both these drivers are at this track.
It really is. You can definitely tell, you know, how much energy or time they put into practice for this comp. So that's just insane. I know Mark, he's on every single night getting practice in, so he is more than prepared for this competition today. But it seems as though he definitely has his work cut out for him today. And Edvards right there, close with him again, literally swapping paint. Just incredible.
Wow.
Incredible.
Wow.
Man, I just almost couldn't even say anything just now.
You're gonna have to check that Supra for some gray paint, man.
Yeah, there is, and some tire marks, because that was definitely wasn't any easier for a judges to come up with the call.
No.
That's
I'll definitely say Edwards definitely had the better proximity, but and the better line through the chase, but I wasn't really paying attention to the leads, you know. I was just paying attention to the chases.
definitely some great driving from both competitors.
Absolutely.
And I'm just hoping that the rest of the comp, you know, goes that way.
Yeah.
You know, make it hard for the judges, guys. Come on, give the judges something hard to judge.
And this is only top 16 battles, man.
This isn't even the grade 8. Yeah, or you know, sometimes we don't even see battles like this until the semifinals. So,
Exactly.
but you know, just knowing that this is going on in the very first battle of the top 16, or second battle, I'm sorry, of the top 16. That's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know, the rest of the bracket for the top 16 is stacked. Like we
Just
got
as
some.
stacked as this.
Yeah, we got some great drivers in the top 16 coming up, and you know, it's definitely not gonna be any easier from here on out for the judges. So they definitely have their work cut out for them. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Just so you guys know, I did get hit. I don't know if you guys saw it, but on the inner, I did get hit. I will be.
Here, let me move you up to the judges. I had to grab me some water. I was parched.
No problem. While we're sitting here waiting, I'm gonna give you another fun fact.
Let's do it. What is it?
The state bird of New Jersey is the eastern goldfinch.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right then.
Look-
Isn't that
look
crazy
up
how every state has a state bird,
the
but
state flower.
not all states have like a state animal or anything like that, but they all have a state bird.
Bird. They all have a state bird. Not a state animal, but they have a state bird.
Yeah.
I guess because there's just so many birds, you know. There's not a lot of animals can like carry over. I guess it's just birds make more
Yeah, but
sense.
see, that's what would be like kind of unique about it, you know, is not every, not every state has bears or deer or, elk or anything like that, so
But every state got a bird though.
yep, every state has a bird.
New York's got pigeons, but New Jersey got the eastern goldfinch.
New York definitely has pigeons.
Hey, no.
When I drove a truck over the road, when I was in Arizona, for those of you that are in Arizona, they're going OMT again.
Oh my gosh.
For those of you that are in Arizona, I seen the biggest crows or ravens. I'm not sure which one it was exactly. My memory is not the best, but they were their biggest, whatever it was, either crow or raven that I'd ever seen. These things were like 3 feet tall. They were huge. But anyway, here we go. Edvards in the lead again, and Mark slides in the chase. Edvards, again with that huge initiation, kind of hindered him a little bit going to the second outside zone, though, because he didn't quite fill it out all the way, as the judges would want to see it. But doing really good here throughout the rest of the track, and Mark slides staying right there with him as he did the first 2 runs. And let's see what Edvards can do in his chase this time around.
Man, these kind of battles are making me want to give out battle of the event awards.
Yeah, we should. That would be really cool to have. Yeah, battle of the event. Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right, I'll make it a little note to keep this one in mind.
All right, well, here we go. Mark against Edvards again, and Edvards mimic initiation right there with Mark slides. Mark filling out the zones really, really well. Edvards so close to him, giving him slight little bumps. Just crazy aggressive on Edvards' end. Wow. Great lead there from Mark. Great chase from Edvards. Per usual. I didn't expect anything less going into this third battle from these two.
It's just the same thing, There's nothing between all 3 of their battles that's any different, I have not seen anything that can differentiate their first battle to their first over one more time to their second one more time. It's all the same runs. They're all so consistent.
They really have been consistent. I've seen Mark just left, though. I'm not quite sure what for. Maybe he just wants that replay.
Maybe.
Because there isn't going to be another battle after this. They have to make a decision now this time around. We can't keep going OMT. So the judges have to make a decision this time. And maybe that's why Mark left. He just wanted to save the replay.
If we could, I'd feel like we'd be here all night.
Oh yeah. They would be here for real all day.
Which would not be good because I have a Daytona 500 replay I need to watch later tonight.
Yeah, Jamie actually said that you are going to be recording that, and you guys are going to be watching it later. I might actually join you guys for that.
Yeah, we've been watching every event this week. We were watching trucks on Friday. We watched Xfinity yesterday, and we're just excited for this one.
Yep, we do a little bit of everything over here at ADL.
Yeah, we got the one big thing is Travis Pastrana's going to be competing.
Nice.
He actually competed in trucks, didn't do too half bad, but definitely exciting. See old boy run.
And then also, while we're on the topic of racing, one thing I want to give an announcement about is a Center Corsa Racing Series, ACRS. We plan on starting a racing series. I know that's the name of the Discord, but we also plan on starting a racing series, some cup racing, GT3 Cup or F1 or something along those lines. But we plan on starting a series with point system and everything like that, and having like a race a month or something along those lines. But if anybody's interested, head over to a Center Corsa Racing Series Discord server, and keep your eye out for that coming in the future. We don't know exactly what it's going to be. We just decided today that we want to do something like that. So but whether it be GT3 or F1 or both, we might even race lawnmowers. Who knows? So like I said, just keep an eye open for that if that's something you guys are interested in. And come and join us, come and drive with us. And we do it all. We do dirt racing, we do oval racing, we do NASCAR, we do it all. And then of course we drift as well. So anything with an engine, we pretty much do it. We love it. So
Oh yeah.
One thing I will say is I'm super surprised that none of the judges have left the server to go back and watch the replay at all yet.
Yeah. Well, it's
of these runs.
There's no real obviously sometimes it'd be like, oh, there's a tire drop there, or like, oh, there's a lot of contact there, but that's not the case here. It's just good chasing, a good lead runs and good chase. There's nothing wrong that they did. It's just what could they have done better? That's what it's coming down to.
Yeah, it is ultimately. And when you have drivers that good, that's the thing that you got to look for. You don't look for where they were best at. You look for their little small mistakes that they made that the other driver just didn't make. So the judges were just typing to me, but they stopped. And they gave it to Mark. Okay.
All right.
So Mark is going to get the victory over Edvards. And he is going to move on to the Grey 8. Up next is going to be Stoner Monk against btek.
All right. And it feels so weird seeing different cars line up and not the same GT86 and...
Yeah. I do... I think that there is going to be a protest made.
I wouldn't be surprised. That one is it's interesting. Honestly, I don't know what the judges saw when looking over the replay, but
yeah, I mean, see, had one of them left and went and watched the replays, then I would definitely assume there would be no, there wouldn't be one made. But being that, I don't know, I'm not going to sit here and say that it is going to happen or not, but hey, they made their call. They must have seen something that obviously we didn't.
Yeah, they're the professionals, so.
Yep, that's exactly why they're.
Let them rock.
That's exactly why they're there. But hey, both drivers have left the server, so I don't think there's any disgruntledness towards them or anything like that. So we're good to go. Oh no! 1 second! Don't send them! Don't send them! Don't send them! Don't send them! Oh, the drone cam just started just took off one direction, but. We got it fixed before they took off. We got Stoner Monk against btek this time around, and Stoner Monk dropping tires. And btek sticking right close to him. Stoner Monk in that R34, which seems to be really fast around this track. The 400Z doesn't seem to be very fast around this track. But it seemed as though Bob had, or btek, I don't know why I keep calling him Bob. btek had no issues keeping up with him at all.
Oh, no.
All right. Oh, and btek making contact with the cones, and that is going to be a restart. It's a pretty smooth little spin around right there from btek. All right, drivers are lined back up, giving a flash to the judges, letting them know that he is ready to go. And here we go. They are off. All right, btek initiates really deep in the outer one. Stoner Monk needs to make up some of that ground. He is right on the door of btek. Initiating really well with him, maybe even a little bit before he did. But Stoner Monk all over his door there. Bob just really smooth in that lead run, in that lead position there. Very, very smooth. Very good run there from Bob and Stoner. Both of them really good runs. Stoner Monk, though, definitely had to put his best foot forward there in his chase run because he did dip a tire in his lead. So he definitely had to put on a good showing for his chase.
Absolutely. Man, for a comp that had 5 less people than expected, this certainly is running quite long. I'm not against it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, last battle we had 3 OMTs. So.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, when you got a bunch of OMTs, that's going to make it go, quite a bit longer.
Possibly.
You got to figure if there's even 1 or 2 OMTs per round, that's like that's it's like a whole nother battle entered into the bracket per round. So
Yeah.
we would definitely prefer the drivers not to do this. We know that you guys are antsy, you want to get your runs in and everything, but it's just not quite fair to the rest of the bracket when guys keep going out there and taking practice runs while they're in the server. So if you guys are listening, please refrain from doing that. All right, well, they gave the win to btek last round over Stoner, so Stoner will be eliminated. btek will move on to the Great 8. And up next, we got Time against 3FF, the 2 drivers that were actually just on the track. So we're just waiting for 3FF to come back around to the start line. There is that language barrier with him, so nope, here he comes. He is working his way over here. All right, drivers are set and they're ready. Time flies in that Mustang, 3FF and the 400Z. Let's see what they can do in their battle in round 2. So here we go. Time initiates. 3FF initiates. Wow, 3FF right with him on initiation. Time filling out the zones almost all the way. The first 3 zones he filled out almost completely. Oh, 3FF with a little bit of a weird transition there going to the last outside zone. Big mistake from him on his end.
Oh.
Time, though, really solid lead run there on time, or from time, in that
Yeah,
Mustang.
first time out here today because he got that bye run in the first round, and he's putting it out like he's been doing this from the start of the bracket.
Yeah, he is. He's a really, really, really good driver. Actually, one of the guys that runs PDS, our partner. He's a very, very good driver. But here we go. We got 3FF in the lead in the 400Z, and time right on him in the chase. 3FF filling out the zones really well. Time just sticking it right to him. Time not making the... Oh, time giving a little bit of bump there. I think 3FF might have slowed down just a little bit too much.
Yeah, that did seem like he a little bit more than he should have.
Yeah, that's going to be something the judges got to review there, because there was definitely some contact made. It's just a matter of whose fault it was. But one thing I will say is, 3FF did have that mistake in his chase. So I think it's going to come down to that, and then also whose fault that contact was, even though there was no incomplete from the contact, but there still was contact made. So...
Yeah.
I know when this competition is over, I am immediately going to get something to eat because I am starving.
Oh, absolutely. I am on board with you for that. I had cereal this morning, and that was about it.
I've had nothing today. I'm actually snacking on a little bag of sour Skittles right now, so...
Oh, dude, sick.
All right, I think the judges should be coming up with the answer here fairly quickly.
Yeah.
I know there was quite a few mistakes made, so shouldn't be too difficult to come up with a conclusion. I'm rewatching the run myself, actually.
Yeah, I've been doing that off and on.
See what exactly did happen there. Yeah, it just seems as though 3FF slowed down a little bit more than he would have liked going to that last outside wall run.
You gotta be on power a little bit sooner.
Yeah, and the judges, I'm assuming they've seen it the same way because they gave it to Time, so Time will move on to the Grade 8. 3FF will be eliminated, unfortunately. But up next, we got Good Lad against Spaceman. I actually don't see... Oh, that's because they're not in the server just yet. We are moving on to Group B. So the final 4 battles of round 2. I was a little confused there for a second, but yeah, so we are moving on to Group B, final 4 battles. The last 8 contenders or competitors of round 2 are going to be joining into the server now.
All right.
So they're going to come in here, and I'm sure they're going to get a little bit of practice before we send them off. So let's, instead of going to a commercial, let's go ahead and just follow the drivers around for their practice runs here. Follow Murf Turps in his C5. So we got Good Lad coming in, who will be competing for his first time today, and also Bread, who will be competing for his first time today.
Nice, nice, nice.
So we got 2 new contenders coming into this group here.
Yeah.
Bread, definitely one of the drivers you want to look out for. Seems to be a threat to all drivers. Any competition that he enters into, he wins quite a bit of them. So definitely look out for him when he comes up. He is going up against Murf Turps, who is also a really good driver. So Murf Turps drives with a lot of pro guys. So he's very, very good as well. So. All right, I think that we are getting the first battle underway for this final group of round 2,
Hey.
which is Good Lad against Spaceman. Good Lad in the C5, Spaceman in the FC.
FC, still the only FC we've seen today.
Yeah, it really is. It's a rocket ship. I'm not sure why more guys don't drive it.
Oh, some people just don't like the way it looks, I guess.
I guess not. They don't like how the tires changed from black to gold. We got them RGB rims on the FC. All right. Good Lad going into the wall and then completing in his lead run. It's unfortunate. I had a mouthful of Skittles, so I couldn't really commentate over that first run. My apologies, everybody. But yeah, Good Lad in completing on his lead run against Spaceman. But here we go for their second battle. The drivers have flipped around, and Spaceman will be leading, and Good Lad will be chasing.
Flashing those pop-up headlights.
Yeah, Spaceman rocking with some style now. Spaceman all the way out into that first zone. Not quite as deep as he'd like to be in the second outside zone. But he still hit it nonetheless. Oh, dipping a tire there. But still doing really good in the lead run so far.
Yep, just doing what he has to do.
Yes, that is exactly right. He made it across the line to finish his run. Good Lad though, really pretty decent. Excuse me, pretty decent in the chase position.
It wasn't too bad.
Waiting for the judges to get back to us. I think we know the answer, but just out of respect for the drivers. I think there might have been something more in that first run that we didn't see. I think they're reviewing here.
Hey, I don't know.
There could have been here. Let's go back and watch it ourselves and see. Space gave him a little bump there.
Yeah, that's the only thing I saw, but it didn't really. throw
Yeah,
him
that's it's
offline.
not gonna affect him going into the last outside zone though.
Yeah, outside was self-inflicted.
Yeah, and I would have to
And
agree with that.
I don't. And it was just a singular tire drop. I don't think it was two for space on his lead.
Murf
So
Turps with the strobes on again. All the
yeah.
cars do have strobe lights for any drivers who are curious or interested. You just hit your option A button and the car's strobes will turn on. All the strobes are different on all the cars. Actually, I think the only car that doesn't have them is the S15, unfortunately.
Oh, dude, that's the one drive. That's the one car I drive. Oh man, I'm gonna have to switch.
Ronnie was giving me a flash with his headlights there. I'm not quite sure if he could like see the drone or what, but that was pretty crazy how he
Hmm.
um
While sitting here, I'm gonna give you another little fun.
well they just gave me a decision.
Oh, never mind. I'm gonna back off.
All right. Well, good lad took the last battle over Spaceman.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I don't agree, judges. Sorry, but I don't.
I'm on your side with that one. That's a
You guys will have to show me later why that call was made, please. But here we go. We got Ray and Ronnie in the next battle. Ray out front in the GT86, Ronnie in the S15 in the chase. Ray putting the GT86 right where he needs to. Oh, a little bit of a early transition there from Ray, missing outer four. Ooh, putting his bumper all the way in the wall on the last wall ride.
You did it again, Shift. You said you cursed him.
I did. I'm good at that. All right, they're flipped around. Got Ronnie Slides in the S15 in the lead and Ray in the GT86 in the chase this time around. And here we go. They're off. Ronnie with a big initiation. Looks like he might have went a little bit too wide there, but he held it together. Didn't slow down too much. Didn't choke up the chase driver at all, but Ray is sticking it right close to him. And Ronnie doing exactly what he needs to do, putting the car right where he needs to around the track, all the way up until the last wall ride. And Ray also hitting the wall and spinning before
Man,
the
that
line.
stinks, man.
I'm not quite sure if they're going to say that, Ray. We'll just have to see. I'm
I don't
not.
know.
I'm
I
not
guess
quite sure if Ray also had an incomplete for hitting the wall or not, because he did follow Ronnie into the wall.
That's what I was thinking. But once again, that's not my job.
Yeah, it's not mine either. All we can do is wait for the judges to get back with us. They are typing to me. they stop typing. They're good at that. They're psyching me out is what they're doing. All right, they gave it to Ray Ruiz, so he will move on to the Great 8, and Ronnie will be eliminated. And up next, we got Bread against Murf Turps. And then after that will be DJ against Randall.
Or would it be bread and murf turps?
I'm sorry?
Never mind. I'm gone.
Yeah, I said up next we got Bread against Murf Turps, and after that will be DJ and Randall.
Yeah, I am out of it today.
So we got Bread here in the S14, Murf Turps in the C5, Murf Turps with the strobes on.
They're off.
All right, Bread initiates Murf Turps right on him. Big initiation from both drivers there. Murf Turps right on Bread's door. Exactly how we want to see him. Giving him no room at all. Just door to door. Murf Turps getting a little bit caught up in that rear bumper of Bread. But here we go. Wow, what a run.
Wow.
Both drivers with a superb run. Murf Turps knowing that he really has to put it on Bread here. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to. I don't want to jinx anything. But yeah, Murf doing a really good job there in the chase. That is for sure.
Absolutely.
And here we go. Drivers are off for their second run. Murf initiates. Bread right on him. Bread almost backwards going to that first outside zone. Oh, and Murf Turps dipping a tire. Dipping another tire. But Bread's still sticking right with him. Murf Turps being really aggressive in the lead position right now. And Bread giving a little bump there right before the line. Wow.
Oh, man.
That is very unfortunate for Murf Turps to dip those two tires. That is very, very unfortunate because I definitely would have seen that going OMT or even Murf's way had he not dipped those two tires because he was all over Bread in the chase. But hey, I mean, the judges could still end up having a different decision. So we will see what the decision is. By the way, Vroom, Jamie said stop watching the Indy 500 or the Daytona 500.
I'm not watching it. I wouldn't dare.
All right, well, they gave it to Bread just as we presumed. So Bread will move on to the grade 8 over Murf Turps, and then up next we got DJ against Randall Kenny. Actually, fun fact, our sponsor, or kind of like a sponsor, not really so much of a sponsor, but just we like to support them. Atlanta Speedworks, Randall Kenny actually works for them, so big shout out to them over at Atlanta Speedworks and also Randall Kenny himself. But here we go, they are off. Randall in the Mustang, DJ in the Supra. DJ with a big flick, missing outside zone 1. Trying to get it all the way out back into zone 2. Maybe looking like he might have a little bit too much grip in that Supra. Not quite getting all the way out to the zones.
Oh, man.
Nonetheless, though, made it to the line in one piece. Didn't incomplete, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. All right, here we go. Drivers flipped around. We got Randall in the lead. Got Master Splinter in the chase, aka DJ. Here we go. DJ with a really aggressive initiation all the way out in that first zone on initiation. But Randall really, really technical in that lead position there. Could have been a little bit deeper on a couple of the couple of the zones, but still really, really good in that lead position. And DJ putting it right on his door across the line. Awesome, DJ. Great driving, DJ.
DJ, man, if he could have had a lead run like he did with that chase, man, this would be way harder to judge. But man, it's a little, probably just some nerves, you know? Can't say that enough.
I mean, the judges still haven't made a decision yet, so we'll see what they say.
Maybe. I know we've seen weirder things happen.
All right. Judges are typing. What is the verdict? Drum roll. Man, dude, they keep typing and then stop typing.
I think it's because they send it, but it just takes a while to send.
Nope, he's typing again.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right. They gave it to Randall, so Randall will move on to the grade 8 over DJ. Sorry, DJ. Great driving though, man. You made it to top 16. Next comp, you never know. Top 8, here you come. And then the semifinals. So you got a dub. All right. Well, we are in the final 8 competitors of the battle, also known as the grade 8. We got Rambo against Mark Slides. We got btek against Time Flies. We got Good Lad against Ray Ruiz. And we got Bread against Randall. Very, very, very good drivers in this top 8. Cannot wait for the battles to continue.
Yeah.
I think what we're going to do is... maybe not. I don't know. I was going to say we might go to a quick commercial break to allow these 8 drivers that aren't in here to get in here, get a little bit of practice in, and then send them to the end of the competition. But 4 of the drivers just got done driving, so...
Yeah.
We shall see. I don't know. I just hate when there's nothing happening. I hate it for the viewers. So, you know, I just hate when, you know, there's this downtime between drivers joining the server and then them practicing and stuff like that. I just feel like there's nothing really happening, you know, for the viewers to watch. So, just kind of makes me feel bad. But... Rambo just joined, just waiting on Mark's Slides and Time Flies, and there's Mark's Slides. So everybody should be in the server now except for Good Lad. I believe he left. But yeah, it appears as though they're gonna do a little bit of practice here, so we'll just follow along with them while they get their a little bit of practice in.
A little, another fun fact about where we're at. The New Jersey state flower is the common violet.
The common violet, you say?
Yeah, I do say.
Well, all right then.
Yeah. Relatively common.
Trying to get some camera angles where you can see the whole track here for them to get their practice on. All right, got a view of the whole track here. Definitely have a stacked bracket for the top there. We had a stacked bracket in top 16, so of course it's going to be stacked for the grade 8 as well. So going to be some very good battles to ensue in this final bit of the comp here today. It looks as though all the drivers are in here. A key indicator of when they're getting ready to start a round is you'll see drivers on the track, and then next thing you know, they're just they're just resetting back to
Yep.
the pits. So when we see guys just reset back to the pits randomly, then that's when we know, you know, it's time to start the round.
Yep.
Man, I really want some chicken tenders and potato wedges from the little place down the road from me right now. Sounds so good. It's all I've been thinking about since I said I'm going to be getting some food. They have the best chicken tenders and potato wedges. Every wedge is just like the perfect amount of crispy. All the chicken tenders, every single bite is juicy and crispy all at the same time.
Man.
It's just so good.
You
It's
need
like
to stop talking.
It's like the whitest white meat you'll ever see in your life. Jenny, I'm not ordering DoorDash when the food I want is literally around the corner from my house. You just stay in your judging booth in your nice little AC tent over there. And you leave us alone. We got to be out here on the track with our microphones in the sun. It's not fun.
We're sending them.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Oh, look at that. They're already over there at the line.
All right.
All right, we got Rambo against Mark Slides for our very first battle of the Great 8. And here we go, baby! All right, Rambo in the lead, Mark Slides in the chase. And they initiate Rambo. Nice big initiation. Excuse me, Mark Slides right with him, just as he was with Edvards. Mark Slides staying with him, not giving him any breathing room. But Rambo, just Mr. Robotic, putting that car right where he needs to, do it exactly as he needs to do for, or as a lead driver. My apologies.
Beautiful stuff.
Very good stuff. Now this is where it gets hard for the judges.
Oh, yeah.
This is where it gets hard for the judges because definitely the calls are not going to be any easier from here on out. Drivers are just that much better now and want it that much more. But Mark with a huge initiation, looking like he might have put it. He definitely dipped a tire there, but he might have dipped a tire also in the first zone. And Rambo doing exactly as Mark did in the chase. Right with him, giving him no breathing room, bumper to bumper on transition, and just mimicking him nearly to perfection.
Wow. Yeah, I think that tire drop, I think he had about 2 of them. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's
one on the initiation, and I think that's what's gonna do it in for him. You hate to see it, but
yeah, that's you know, this late in the game, that's kind of what can be make or break. You know, that could be that could be that could be your downfall, you know, at the end of the day.
yeah.
So all right, well the judge sent me a winky face, so I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to mean. I'm not sure if that means like, I don't know if that means Rambo or if that means Mark. I don't know what a wink means.
Oh, I think you know what it means, Shift.
I think I know what it
you know
means
exactly.
too.
I think you know exactly what it means.
All right. Well, the judges are getting their thinking caps on. I cannot believe I just said thinking caps. That's like an elementary school thing, and I just said it.
Oh, man.
Don't roast me too bad, chat.
Gosh. That is funny.
All right. No calls come through yet.
I've been really I really just want to get 15 like single cheeseburgers from McDonald's and just
Hey, you shut that mouth.
hey,
Only,
you
only,
don't
I,
talk, no,
only,
hey.
only I could talk about food.
Yeah, you're going into detail about every little thing about
Yeah,
these
true.
chicken tenders
Touche.
and wedges.
Touche. All right. The wink meant Rambo. So Rambo takes it over Mark. Rambo will move on. I think that's all it was those little 2 tire drops. The smidgenest of tire drops took him out. And that's unfortunate, you know. Mark, go clip that, put it on your Instagram channel, man. Because that was a great run. Up next, though, we got btek against Time Flies. btek in the 400Z, Time Flies in the Mustang. But here we go. Time always out here bumping people, starting problems. I don't know if the bump means good luck or if he's like, hey, this is what's about to happen to you. About to be bumping you. All right, and here we go. They are off. btek in the 400 in the lead. Time in the Mustang in the chase. Huge initiation from btek, and Time giving him a little tap there, just like he said he was going to before the start. But btek keeping it together, not letting Time upset him too much. Time giving him another little bump there. btek looking like he might have slowed down a lot right there, not making it all the way out to that zone like he should be. Well, he did, but he slowed down a good bit before that last outside wall ride. Oh,
Oh man, got a little bit of.
all right. btek getting them tires warmed up for his chase run. He wants to make sure that Mustang can't get away from his door. All right, and here we go. Gyros have flipped around. Time in the lead in the Mustang. Big initiation from Time. btek cutting a little bit of that first zone. Oh, and Time dipping a tire. btek sticking right with him through that zone there. Oh, Time giving a little wall tap at the end there.
Oh man, that was.
All right, judges. Good luck. That is all I got to say is good luck. Because definitely not going to be an easy call. I just cannot believe that btek is able to get this 400Z so gripped up to keep up with that Mustang. What a good looking car though this 400Z is.
Yeah.
I think one of the better looking cars in the pack, if I'm being completely honest. Definitely love the way the Mustang looks now too, with it being updated. Got a little bit of a body kit on it now. She's a little bit wider. Got some RTR lights in there. Got some new wheels. A roll cage, a new steering wheel. Definitely a good upgrade, I think, for the street pack. Got some logos in here. Yeah, buddy. And some of the cars have the ADL badge in their steering wheels. If you guys don't have the ADL street pack yet, make sure to go cop that from our Discord as well as our Pro Pack. Still waiting for the judges to get back to us.
Wow, when did just simple hamburgers get so expensive? $3.
Dude, I'm telling you. Telling you, man. Everything today is expensive.
Oh, this is. My gosh, man. $3.36 for just a singular, quote unquote, patty and some bread. some cheese.
Man, I have this place down the road from my house. Well, actually, I can probably throw a rock from my house and hit it, but excuse me. It's called LR Burger. And don't get me wrong, very, very, very good burgers. Really, really good burgers. But they're like, for a burger, fries, and a small drink, I think it's like $23.
Dude, that's like, I work at a place called Smash Burger. Same thing. So the really good burgers, but so expensive.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I can literally go buy all that stuff for cheaper and make more.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I get it. You're paying for convenience as well, you know, but it's like, damn, man.
Yeah, really messing with me right now. Gosh.
Yeah, Jacob said McDonald's no longer has a $1 drinks or fries. That's not true. The only thing at McDonald's now that is $1 is a McChicken.
Not even the McChickens, dog.
Oh, really?
They brought them up to $2.79.
Oh, man, dude.
Dude, inflation's getting wild.
They think we're just fucking made of money or something? $2.79 for a fucking chicken sandwich?
That's what I'm saying. Bro.
All right, the judges came back and they have decided with btek, so he will move on to go against Rambo in the semifinals. And if you guys have been around ADL long enough, then you will know that that is a legendary battle right there. From our previous comp at Suzuka, I'm not quite sure. I think it was Suzuka. They went OMT 2 or 3 times, and there was a heated debate afterwards about who the winner actually was. But here we go. We got Good Lad against Ray Ruiz Drift. Good Lad in the C5 in the lead, and Ray Ruiz in the GT86 in the chase. Wow, Ray Ruiz with his bumper in the rear bumper of the C5 on that transition. And Good Lad with a really good last wall ride there. Wish I would have commentated more over that run, but I was too busy talking about food and other battles.
Yeah, this is really what ADL is turning into right now. Just like a food commentary.
Yeah. Come cook with us. All right, and here we go. Ray in the lead, Good Lad in the chase. Let's see what Good Lad can do in the chase position. Oh, Ray not quite making it out to that first outside zone, but neither did Good Lad. Oh, Ray going off track. Good Lad having a problem making his way out to all the zones. Camera not working with me. Ray with a really good wall ride as well. Both drivers with a really awesome finish, awesome wall rides to across the line. But Ray just unfortunately dipping a couple tires. ADL on Food Network, you got that right.
Oh, dude, a delivery fee is like $5.
We need to put a picture of an ADL car and a cow next to each other on a T-shirt, and below it saying "I'd smoke that." With the ADL car doing a burnout.
Yep, absolutely.
Gordon Rambo. You're funny, Jacob. They're both from England, aren't they? Isn't Gordon Ramsay from New England or from New England? From England. From England?
Is he? I think he's Australian or New Zealand or something like that. Hold on.
Yeah, he might be. I might be getting it all fucked up.
No,
Screwed up. Oh, okay,
no,
yeah.
You're right.
All right.
He is he's from the UK.
Man, I kind of wish I was from the UK. I wish I had a British accent.
Oh, well, you just gotta develop it. You can force it out.
Yeah, but I don't want to feel like I'm like
Oh, good
intruder.
night, governor.
Yeah, I don't want to like intrude
Yeah.
on their whole like culture and shit. So
Well, yeah.
you know, he's from Scotland. Google says he's from England.
Yeah, Google is saying you're wrong.
Yeah, not saying Google's right either, but
Well, yeah, well.
all right, good lad took that. So he will move on to the final four against the winner of the next battle, Brad and Randall.
Sir, yes, sir.
As Brad and Randall make their way to the line.
Last battle of the Great Eight. Oh, gosh.
All right. Got the drivers lined up, ready to go. And they are off. Brad in the lead, Randall in the chase. Brad with a huge flick on initiation. Filling out them zones really well. Whoa. Randall sucking up tight to him. That's the perfect place to do it, too. Oh, Brad right on the wall.
Oh.
Thought he was definitely going to hit the wall, but he held it together and stayed away from making contact with the wall. Might have made slight contact, but not enough to mess him up.
Yeah. A little style.
Yeah, great run there from Brad in the lead. Great chase from Randall as well.
I might just make myself a sandwich. I don't know. I gotta spend money to eat.
All right, here we
right.
go. Randall and Brad off. All right, big flick from Randall on initiation. Filling out those zones perfectly right to the edge of that pavement. Randall is. Brad sticking it right on his door, so close. Oh! A little bit of a mishap there from the two drivers. Not quite sure who was to blame for that.
That is.
Seems like Brad might have just got a little bit too close to him on the wrong part of the track. That's not a place that you want to try to suck up to somebody's door. But he did, he put it on his door, and maybe he just didn't get out of the way soon enough, or not quite sure exactly what it was, but there was definitely some miscommunication there from those two drivers.
Definitely.
I turn on my light. It was getting dark in here.
I hear you on that. But I like my dark, secluded room. I'm like a 14-year-old emo kid up in here.
Oh man, I wonder what we're gonna be setting the servers to after the competition today. I should probably do that before I go grab some food. Set the servers up for people so that way I'm sure they're tired of driving to Englishtown. All right, judges are really reviewing that little bit of contact made there at the end of the final run between these two guys.
Yeah. It was definitely, Brett had a very good chase, but I'm just not sure if that contact would put him at like a put him at a heavier, would it outweigh his proximity throughout the chase? That's what I'm gonna say. Because I really do feel like, I don't know, I feel like he did just have a lot of speed going through there, but how would that affect his chase compared to Randall's?
I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. They gave it to Randall. So Randall is going to move on. That they did deem fault to bread for that, which I could 100% agree with. I could have, honestly, I could agree with it either way. So,
Yeah.
All right. You have a good night too, Time. Thanks for joining us in the comp today, man. Really appreciate it. We are in the final four now, though. The semifinals. We got Rambo against btek, and then we got Good Lad against Randall.
This is gonna be a good battle right here. I can
It
feel
is. It is. This is going to be a really, really good battle here. Like I said, this was a legendary battle back last season. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the light or the drivers. I'm not sure what's happening.
There we go.
Light must not be working or something. All right, here we go. Rambo in the lead. btek in the chase. Oh, Rambo dipping a tire. Oh, btek staying right with him. Oh, and Rambo scrubbing the wall on the last zone.
Oh man, that tire drop. That's gonna be a huge factor on both of these drivers. That is gonna play a large role.
I think it is too. I think just that little small tire drop is gonna be a major deciding factor in this battle here. Oh, and Rambo giving him a huge bump way too inside of him on initiation. And I think that's gonna be the nail in the coffin, right there from Rambo. So for those of you watching, Rambo is human after all, guys.
Yep. I
want to go back and watch this. I want to see if... No, there was no contact there, so...
Because the big thing is like, I think, their judges are going to go review it. But even if that contact was just due to... if btek did happen to slow, it still doesn't take away from the fact that Rambo was so inside. He was so low.
I just went and rewatched it, and it seemed as though btek got back on power right as soon as Rambo made contact with him, or just slightly before Rambo made contact with him. So I don't want to count my chickens too early, but I do think that the Rambo was the one that was at fault for that. I think he was just too inside and going too fast, because it does appear, at least on the live stream, that btek was back on power, right before, literally a split second before Rambo made contact with him. So, I don't know. The judges, I don't think any of them left the server.
No, I think both of them are still here. But that's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like one of them might have left the server. Yeah, I don't see Jamie in here. So
oh yeah, Jamie left.
Yeah, so I think they're going to see if btek was slowing down too much, or if he was slowing down at all, or what the case was. Especially in the semifinals, you want to cross all your T's and dot all your I's to make sure you get the right call. So
Yeah. It's
they're
also
gonna-
tough because, you know, Rambo wasn't on the lead line too.
Yeah, he was yeah, exactly. He was on the improper line, so and Rambo already left the server as well. I'm not sure if he's going to go review it himself, or if he just knows, you know, that it's not, you know, he didn't take it or what. But
Yeah.
you know, if I know Rambo, I know that he's going to go review review the footage. Let's see what chat has to say about it, if they've said anything. No, chat has not said anything.
Ooh-wee.
All right. But do bear in mind, drivers, that just because you may be eliminated from this battle doesn't mean you don't have another one. There is still a bronze place match. So there is still a third place battle to go down after the semifinals, before the finals. And I do, for those of you watching, I do want there to be a podium train. So I want first, second, and third to do a train at the very end, if you guys are down for it. Like I said, if you guys are watching.
Yeah. And I would like to get like a little little picture with all three of the guys, whoever podiums. We'll find a spot.
Yeah, we'll just have them go line up somewhere
Yeah.
and sit there for a second, and then I'll just go in there. All right, they gave it to btek, so btek does move on to the finals. Rambo, if you're listening, you know, you do have a third place battle.
Yep.
If you want to actually participate in it, it's up to you.
Yeah. Gonna pull a Cole.
Yeah, he's just gonna dip. It's first or last for him. All right, but here we go. We got Good Lad against Randall for the last battle of the semifinals. And Good Lad initiates. And that's C5. Oh, Joe going off track there. Randall staying a little bit far back. Not getting too close to him. I think he knows that he might have dipped the tire. But Good Lad, though, really good finish to his run.
Yeah.
We'll see what the drivers are able to do when they flip around. And Randall in the lead and Good Lad in the chase. All right, here we go. Drivers are off. All right, Randall with a big flick. Good Lad a little bit far back. Randall almost dipping a tire, but no, he did dip a tire right there. Drone camera not working too much with me. Oh, and Good Lad going into the wall and completing in his chase run.
When we thought we'd see it one more time. Oh, man.
Randall doing a little burnout after the very end of the run there.
He knows what happened. That is tough, man. That is a little spark of hope. See another battle, but man, oh man.
Rambo, if you're listening, come join back into the server for your third place battle. I see you're still in the Discord, so if you want to compete for your third place battle, then join back into the server. If not, then it will just go to... Who is there right now? Oh, we don't know. If not, then I'll go to the loser of this battle. Judges are still deciding. Still deciding on what to call. Rambo just joined back into the server. He must want to take on his third place battle.
Yeah, that's still a good amount of points, you know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to.
it
Going
is.
to be the start of our Street Series points system.
It is. You are right about that, sir.
Yep. I'll be breaking those out. Gonna be hype. I'm excited because that means that I get to do something I love, which is create order and create attention.
All right, judges. Good lad sitting here hitting his lights on and off. Man, still deciding.
Yeah, this seems a little long for what we just saw. Maybe there's something we just didn't see. Maybe there's something there that they're looking out for.
I mean, I thought they both dipped a tire in the same exact spot,
Yeah,
and then good lad had completed in his chase.
yeah. I thought that's what we saw.
I was fairly certain that's what happened. You know, I could be wrong, but
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Yeah. Never know.
not positive.
Mm. We will see. We will see.
All right, judges. Time to get a move on.
Oh no. Oh no. What's going on? Let's get her going now.
I'm gonna go back and watch it in the live stream and see what it is they could possibly be debating about. Oh, I see. But they said OMT.
Huh. What did you see in the replay?
I'm not gonna even lie. I'm not gonna say what I've seen. But judges said OMT, so that's what it's gonna be.
Hmm.
right, here we go. They're off.
Another tire drop there.
Yep.
They're huge. Hmm.
All right, was a good run all the way up until the very end. I'm good, lad, bumping the wall.
Oh,
All right, now we wait.
hopefully not for too long, but we wait.
Fred said water. Not sure what you meant by that, bud. All right, judges have decided and they gave it to Randall. So Randall will move on to the final battle against btek. So it will be Rambo against Good Lad for third place. Just waiting for Good Lad to come to the line. For third place, Rambo and Good Lad.
All right. Hoping we can get another good battle here. That'll be exciting. Rambo, a little bit of a redemption.
All right, Rambo with a big initiation. Filling out those outside zones perfectly. Good Lad definitely needs to make up some ground here. Not quite sure why the drone cam is not doing its job. And Rambo with an excellent lead run there.
Yes, sir.
All right, flip him around. Rambo will chase this time and Good Lad will lead. And they are off. Good Lad initiates Rambo inside just like he was before, but avoided contact that time. And sticking right close with him. Good Lad dipping a tire off track there. Looked like there might have been a little bit of contact from Rambo, though, but I don't think Rambo would have pushed him off the track that much.
No.
Oh, and Good Lad making contact with the last wall again. All right, and now it will be up to the judges for the third place victor.
Yeah.
All right, let's hop into the Discord and see what they say. All right, and they gave it to Rambo, so Rambo will take third place over Good Lad. Good driving today, Good Lad. Thank you for coming out to the comp. And now we have the final battle, excuse me, which is btek against Randall.
Woo!
Two very different cars competing for first place here. And here we go. All right.
All right.
btek initiates Randall with a super aggressive initiation right on btek's door. Door to door with him. btek putting his car exactly where he needs to, and Randall not letting him get away from him at all. But btek being very precise and technical in that lead position.
Wow.
What a great run from both drivers. Randall was all over him on initiation, gave him no breathing room on initiation. That's exactly what I want to see. Both drivers warming up their tires now as Randall comes to the line for his lead, and btek makes his way for his chase. All right, let's see what these drivers can do in their last run of the day, of the final battle of the comp. All right. Oh, Randall with a little bit of a tire drop on initiation. btek right there with him, door to door, just like Randall was with him. Oh, and btek giving him a little bump, and he topped him off the track. And that might do it. btek with a little bit of contact, just enough to push Randall off track. And in that tight of a section there, that is the wrong place to bump somebody. Maybe Randall slowed down too much. I don't know. Jamie is leaving the server to go review it and replay. So it will take a second for them to get their call made. They want to make sure they make the right call. Could have went one of two ways. You know, Randall could have been slowing too much. btek bumped into him, or btek could have just bumped into him, and Randall had the perfect speed. I think I already know what the answer is, but we shall see when the judges get back with us.
Definitely one of the more exciting finals we've seen here in a bit, even though it may be that it got cut short due to a little bit of contact, but man, that was exciting.
It really was. Drivers are lined up here.
Over the past couple battles, I've gotten a good list of at least 3 battles that will I can have everyone vote on for the battle of the comp, and that award out a little consolation prize.
Man, who's it gonna be? Who is the winner of today's comp gonna be? Is it gonna be btek or is it gonna be Randall? Chat, I know there's not very many left with you guys, or left here with us, but you guys drop who you think took it in the live chat.
And oh man.
Let's see, Jamie's still alive, so the judges are still coming to a conclusion.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, though. Even though Rambo is an amazing driver, it is nice to see two different people in the final. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like I see Rambo there a lot.
He definitely earns his spot there all the time. So.
Oh, absolutely. So he's a great driver.
I guarantee you the drivers are very, very anxious right now to see who the winner is.
I know I would be. I would be on the edge of my seat. Fingers crossed. Got my toes crossed. You know, extra good luck. You know, this is just like, it is the most nerve-wracking thing. You know.
It is. You know, this is the final call of the entire competition. You know, this is for all the marbles here. So
one winner, the other one has to deal with being in second. You know.
That's exactly right. You know, and there's a big point difference between first and second place. So
oh yeah,
you know the drivers definitely want first place.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All the drivers want first place. It's the whole reason they enter the competition.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, definitely getting first will put you up there. We'll have a good.
It really will.
You know, there's not a lot of points to go around in the system we got. You know, so every point really does matter.
Judges are still deciding. Jamie's still alive, so they're still reviewing the replay.
Man, I really have to pee. I've been like, for like the past 5 minutes, man.
All right, the judges have came with an answer, and the winner of today's comp is going to be Pencil Randall.
Randall
is the winner of the comp today here at Englishtown.
You got drivers, that podium tandems going.
Drivers are making their way around the track for the podium tandem. Very good driving from all the drivers today. Awesome. All the drivers today. Fantastic job today. Really happy with the turnout. Happy that Randall got his first ever win here at ADL. And glad to see btek back with us competing again. Hopefully he returns some more.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you know, like you said earlier, you know, like Rambo, but I'm happy to see somebody else up there on the podium, or in first place,
yep.
other than Rambo. So, but here we go. They are going one more time for their podium train. And here are your winners of today's comp. Well, the podium of today's comp. I'm sorry. We got Randall Kenny in the lead, btek in second, and Rambo in third. Great driving from all these guys today. pretty decent train as well. But that is going to wrap it up here for today's comp at Englishtown. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope that you guys enjoyed it just as much as we did. And please be sure to join us next week, or not next week, next comp in 2 weeks with the ADL Elite cars, the Pro cars, for our next installment of our comps. But you have anything else you want to add to the end of the live stream, Vroom?
I just want to thank everyone for joining us today. I hope everyone had a amazing time. A lot of fun and eventful battles. Congrats to all the drivers. Congratulations to Randall on winning it. I want to thank all the staff, all the judges, Lester for being the light. You know, just thank you to everybody. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, we will. Like he said, thanks for joining us. Come back, join us again. Hit that like and subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of the competitions. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And thank you guys for tuning in with us. See ya.